Hey everyone, welcome to Crossroads PlayStation Podcast for Boss Rush Games. I am LeRon Dawkins, and the squad is all here. No, the squad's not all here with me. I don't even know why I said it like that. We've got some of the squad here tonight. Nelly has the night off, but PlayStation Dr. Austin Campbell and our disc golf prodigy Chris True are in the house tonight. What's up, fellas?
Yo, how's it going? How's everybody?
It's going. I had a wonderful headache today because of work.
Ha! I feel you. I feel you.
Well, I'm one of those guys. I'm IT, so I'm basically I'm basically the ultimate version of tech support. But when it comes to like issues with software or a program, I have to resort to the developer's tech support for that stuff, and that's when it gets nerve wracking, and I want to just rip my hair out and stuff, and brain cells start dying and all that stuff. So that's kind of what happened to me today.
Well, if you killed them beforehand, then they can't die at work, right? That's how that works.
I don't get down. I don't get down like that, bro. I don't get down like that.
Time out. You took that a completely different direction. I was going to say just hold your breath, but
Whatever. I knew where you were trying to go with it.
When I worked at Target, anytime the printer was broken, we'd have to call tech support, and we drew straws every time because it was terrible. You'd be on the phone for 2 or 3 hours.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes
just trying to get the printer to work.
And sometimes it wasn't guaranteed they would be fixed.
Yeah. Most of the time, it's like they're telling you exactly what you've already done.
Right.
It's like, well, okay, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, man.
So, how's everybody's week starting out?
Pretty good, actually.
Good.
The last couple weeks have been pretty solid. Other than the Yankees getting knocked out in the wild card, Jesus. But they didn't deserve to win that game if I'm going to go down that road. But anyway, I digress. That's not been bad.
Okay.
Only baseball fans that aren't happy are Yankees fans.
Yeah, well, that's
Yankees
because
lose,
the
everybody
Yankees,
else is happy.
The Yankees should win the World Series every year. That's just a fact and how it should be. That's when the world is right.
By the way, thanks for ditching us last week because of a baseball game.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
100%.
Thanks for that.
Not.
We appreciate you, bro. We almost found a permanent replacement for you.
It's cool. But still, I wasn't missing that game. It was so terrible. Like, it was so bad.
It's okay, Chris. I told LeRon that if NFL was on Tuesday, I wouldn't be on the show either. So, but it's not on Tuesdays.
Wild card, Red Sox, Yankees, Fenway. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Like we had hot dogs, all sorts of stuff. Like we went all out for it. Like we get down with baseball in this house.
Just
my wife's Braves are still in, so.
Just check out the Twitch chat real quickly if you guys have that opportunity.
I don't have that opportunity. Who is talking shit?
Oh boy, here we go.
Dear Lord.
Nobody's talking shit.
Is Dan in here?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, it's pretty quiet. It's something I put in the stream. That's all. In the Twitch chat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's funny.
man.
All right. So anything?
I'm not on Twitch.
Anything exciting happening? Anything exciting happening so far this week? Austin, are you on the road to becoming a dad yet?
I'm practicing still.
It's good to be in practice.
Yes.
The more you
trying to get in the rhythm. Still
Get in the
working
rhythm.
on kinks here and there.
Some kinks.
It's all about the breathing.
I love this wordplay he's got going on. Rhythm and kinks.
My aiming is real bad, so sometimes I miss the target, and things just.
Hey,
I'm working on it.
Hey, I thought you were supposed to come equipped with heat seekers. I thought that's how this works.
Yeah, that's why you hold your breath enough. It functions your concentration into one place.
Sorry, but the you gotta make your vinegar face, man. You can't hold your breath. Vinegar face.
Chris, no students are in the ICU yet. No one's tried to slap you in the back of your head.
No. The kids aren't like as much as TikTok wants that to be a thing. I'm not sure. It like our kids aren't dumb. Like kids understand. Like,
our kids aren't dumb.
Dispenser. Like, no, in general, I will give them this. The kids, there is some common sense there. They do kid shit, and you get the ones that do it, but it's few and far between. Also, nobody I think is really that dumb. I'm like twice their size. I'm like almost 6'3".
Yeah, I forget you're not teaching high school students. You're still teaching grade school.
I've got 6th and 7th grade.
Okay. Oh yeah.
The high schoolers maybe my size.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
6th and 7th graders.
Yeah. You don't have a kid in there that's brazen enough to do that crap.
No. I hate TikTok. I really do.
I heard there's another TikTok trend where students are just stealing shit from the schools now. It's just like,
wait.
Shit from the bathrooms.
I was about to say, wasn't that always a thing though?
No.
But now they're
This is
putting
like
in
they were breaking toilets and smashing windows, stealing toilet seats, like, and that's my thing. Like, that's the best way to get pink eye, right? Go steal a toilet seat. You gotta like get down there with your face and shit, and it's a school bathroom, like.
Yeah, they're not. They're not adequately cleaned and all that stuff.
No, it's not even that, because our custodial staff they're wonderful. I love those guys.
Oh, I didn't say they weren't clean. I just said they weren't.
It first. Chris hates the custodian staff.
What? No, LeRon hates the custodial staff.
Wait. What did I say that made it sound like I hate the custodial staff?
I don't know. Ask Austin. Anyway. No, right? Like, even like if they steal it in the afternoon, like how many asses have blown that toilet up all day and have eaten like school lunch and all that stuff? Like, again, that's nothing against the cafeteria staff. It's funding and the shit that they force them to make for them. Mm-hmm. That's where the problem is. Mm-hmm. But it's in some cases that's just like instant diarrhea, and you got your hands and your face all down there, and like COVID's bad enough. Imagine not being able to see. Because your eyes are swollen shut? Yeah. Jesus. Like, come on, guys. Come on.
Well, I never thought we would ever get into like a toilet talk here at Crossroads, but you know what?
It's not even toilet talk. It's like it's just facts. Like, I know they're not washing their hands. I got the toilet seat. What do I do?
Oh man.
And,
that's
this is
kid
why
shit.
my aim hasn't been fixed either. This is why I'm not real trying hard on the whole father thing.
Jeez.
Mine, seriously. We're sitting in front of a baseball stadium. There's cars everywhere, and he looks around and goes, "Look at all these fucking cars." And I'm like, "That was me. That's my fault."
Yep, that's your son.
That's me. I'm sorry. I didn't know he listened.
Oh, they always listen. They always listen. Even from the age where they don't even know what all the words mean, they're always listening.
Oh, dude, he was playing one day. He was like just playing with stuff. Da 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 da. George Washington, and we were like, "What? What are you talking about?" And we were talking about how, like, me and his mom are historians, so we talk about history. And for whatever reason, we were talking about the legacy of George Washington and kind of how shit of a person he was, right? And the dichotomy of the things that you can do great things and be an asshole. You can lead this revolution and have your slaves' teeth yanked out for dentures for yourself. His teeth weren't made of wood; they were made of his slaves' teeth.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
it's facts.
Which is archaic to think that like medical science was that good back then.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't go that route. That's not. He did mastermind kind of vaccines, but his idea of doing that was scraping some off and rubbing it in somebody's wound and then hoping for the best. It's pretty much the kind of anti-vaxxer approach to things. Like, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. Let's get a little bit unsafe with it.
Oh,
but,
speaking
in 1776.
Oh, speaking of anti-vaxxing, have you heard about the 1500 I can't remember which airline it is, but 1500 of them. Southwest, yeah.
Southwest.
Yeah. What's your guys' take on that one?
How many homeless are there that need jobs?
that was what I was saying tonight when me and my roommates talking about. I was like, they just opened the job market up for a bunch of people, and you know what?
Exactly.
And you know what? Here's the crazy thing about it now, right? Because all these people are going to take your jobs now, and they're going to wind up getting paid a lower wage than whatever you had right now. So like if you want to be the dumbass, and walk off your job because
and again, they're going to ask, when you go to another job, right? They're going to say, so why did you leave Southwest? And,
right? Right.
The other company's going to be like, so, why? Oh, I did some research on the internet and I thought I knew better than the doctors. So what I did was I quit my job and that's how things go now. And I'm not going to hire you now. So good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Like, right, who's going to hire that person?
Yeah, you're a dumbass.
Public safety is not important to you. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody that actually talks like that. It was just the first voice that popped in my head. It wasn't like any specific anti-vaxxer. I was like, I don't know, man. That's what came out, and that's where we are now.
But here's the stupidity about this whole thing, right? Like these are basically the opposite of the people who are like, we've seen the videos of jackasses getting on planes and having slugfest with flight attendants and stuff like that, or like flight attendants like having to duct tape somebody to a seat for a whole 6-hour flight.
Right. Right, like we don't fuck around on planes anymore.
I thought in the post 9/11 age, that's some shit you don't do anymore.
Exactly, duh.
I mean,
that's the first thing to do is be added to the no-fly list.
I'm not even worried about the no-fly list. I'm worried about a sky marshal like busting a cap in my ass.
And that's going to be more hard pressured area. Like I don't want to be on a plane where shots are being fired. I'm pretty sure nobody else does either. So people are gonna step in when the guns were to be drawn. Like, fuck that guy. Like, come on. I mean, there's more of us than him. Let's fucking tape his ass to the seat. He will shut the fuck up once we tape his mouth. And I just want to be done with it. We've got 6 hours to go till we get to fucking Los Angeles. I can't take this shit, right? That's I don't.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing the gall that people have in this day and age. It's like,
go to a school board meeting.
I actually saw highlights of the last school board meeting because remember I'm in the same city you live in, and when that whole thing about the bathroom protections came around, oh my god, I saw the jackassery that was going on because it was on Wavy at 11.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna touch on that one just because that would just be lovely. They can go and say things like, transgender kids they infringe on the rights of Christian parents, but I call them out for it, and maybe we shouldn't have that.
You know what? Like, Christians should not say shit until they figure out what the hell they're gonna do with the Vatican and the 5,800 incidences of freaking pedophilia that's been going on. Like, I don't care. I don't care if it was Catholicism. Guess what? It's all part of Christianity. So you guys need to figure that stuff out because you're worried about some random person in a bathroom doing something to your child when it's people in your church. And I know I'm saying something that sounds very inflammatory right now, but still, it sounds like you trust the church more than you trust teachers. So
yeah. That's because they watched a fucking documentary on History Channel and now they know the entirety of, what critical race theory is, or some dumb shit like that. Don't even get me started on that.
We're not.
I can make shit up too.
We're not.
Right, and not even just that. And we're way tangent. I don't even think we've mentioned a video game yet. But look at these mega churches. It's not even just the fact that these priests are touching children. They're also, not exactly living like Jesus would. Right? Well, he gave up all this stuff, and then Joel Osteen's like, well, let me get a jet so I can take all the word of God to everybody. Right? That's.
You know what?
How does that make sense?
You know what? I don't know. I pretty much say I'm atheist, but in regards to that, I feel like there's a special place in hell made for people like that.
Right. They prey on the people who really should know better but don't.
It's like
and are in a position. It's modern day indulgences, right? It's really that's what it is. Like, you know, we could really use a modern day Martin Luther minus the anti-Semitism.
Yeah, like
If
anybody
they want that,
anybody remember that show? Anybody remember that show Firefly?
I do. Joss Whedon is a dick. Fuck that guy.
Well, I'm not on it about that, but remember the shepherd, the reverend, and he was like, "There's a special place in hell for people, the same place where for people that are pedophiles and people that talk in the theater." Oh man. All right, so you know what? Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. All right. This is Crossroads, the PlayStation podcast for Boss Rush Games. Every week we come together bringing you the latest in news, rumors, games, and general discussion in the world of PlayStation. Crossroads airs live on twitch.tv/Exodus803, Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you cannot join us during the live show, Crossroads can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any of your other podcast locations where you may check out our shows. If you like the show, please consider subscribing to the podcast and or giving us a follow on Twitch. You can also see a recap of tonight's show the following Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on youtube.com/Exodus803 or early Thursday mornings. I said Thursday. Thursday mornings.
It's okay.
At youtube.com.
It's okay, buddy.
youtube.com/Boss Rush Network. If you want to catch any of our previous episodes of the show, all episodes can be found on our parent website, bossrush.net. And while you're at the website, don't forget to check out our growing family of podcast shows, and remember to share, rate, and review us wherever you check out any of the shows. We would love you if you do. And you can always chat with us and keep the conversation going on Twitter at @PS_Crossroads, where we hold it down with more news, events, and topics. All right, fellas.
Can we talk about how Austin has the biggest water bottle ever, and I'm drinking out of He-Man?
Let me see your bottle, Austin, because I'm pouring water into my Yeti tumbler
like
mug.
A half gallon, just like a half gallon.
He's got a jug of water like he's about to go play soccer on the weekend, and he's 5.
No, I take that to work every day. That's what I drink from at work. I drink 2 of those during the day and then 1 at night. Normally, unless it's summer,
which is super good for you. And I'm knocking this man for being healthy.
All right, guys.
I mean, I'm not saying what's in your cup. I mean, it could be water in there. I'm not going to say anything else. As far as I know, it's just water.
Right? Hey, there's only water in my He-Man. I don't.
As far as you know, there's only water in this jug.
That's fair. I know if as you drink that, like chug it, we'll know in about an hour if it's water or not.
This is some good water I'm drinking. I'll tell you that much. All right, fellas.
Funny part is we're probably all drinking water. It's like super boring. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, what are they drinking?" And it's just fucking water.
Yeah,
it really is. I just have water.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and really get this rolling. What have we been playing this week? So, Chris, why don't you get it started off? What have you been playing this week, man?
Metroid Dread. I love it.
Okay.
Destiny. I play and do all my stuff every week, but I've been loving the hell out of Metroid Dread. It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I haven't played a Metroid game since Metroid on the Game Boy, outside of like the Prime games.
Wait. Which Metroid on the Game Boy? You talking about Metroid 2, like Return of Samus?
Yes, Metroid 2,
Ooh.
Return of Samus.
Oh, man. Tell me about your memories of that game, because I have no memories of that, and I remember beating that game.
I remember being like 6 or 7 and playing by light and getting, because you get the spin ball like super early on in the game. It's like one of the first things you get, and that's all I ever remember doing. I don't remember getting past anything else. So I was like 6.
So what's your impressions of Metroid Dread?
It doesn't necessarily feel linear, but it definitely pushes you in the direction that you want to go. But you do have the open world and choice to go back and get stuff. So if you're, before I'm about at the boss, I'm at the boss before the boss, and so, I'm going to go back and get everything. But as you play through the game in story mode, you're kind of like, I wouldn't say it's on a rail, but it's not necessarily hard to figure out. It's a hard game. It's super hard. The fucking EMIs, the Emmys are just atrocious.
Yeah.
Especially the one that because they start. How far are you before I ruin this? Spoiler alert.
No. Yeah. Go ahead and roll the spoilers because I'm getting ready to write the review. I want to have the review for the game out by Friday, which would be a week after since the game's been released. So go ahead and roll your spoilers.
I think it's adorable that you think that spoilers alert was for you and not the people who are actually fucking listening to us. But
somebody cut his microphone.
Just
no,
wave your hands when you're done. Just wave your
all right,
hands.
I got you. I'm gonna go just like this. Look, like they shoot shit at you, and it's a pain in the ass because you're trying to get away, and then all of a sudden you can't, and you try to get through all of this terrain. That's
every Metroid game. When shit gets real, all of a sudden the stage is falling apart, everything is shooting at you. You have to run super fast before everything blows up. That's every Metroid game.
Oh, I know.
It's been a thing since Super Metroid.
Oh yeah, I die a lot, but I also every time I do it, I get a little bit better because you figure out the patterns and shit.
Now I tell you this. The game made a terrible mistake with me. The game told me that I can counter the Emmys. So, I always die trying to counter those bastards. I've been successful maybe about 15 times now, and trust me, their kill count is higher than my counter count. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I got 2 in a row once, and I thought I was the best ever. But also, it tells you literally, it is almost impossible to do this.
Yeah.
So who's the dummy, you or the game? I could totally do this thing that nobody else can do because the game told me that I could do it, but it also told me that I couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So the game tells you can counter, but they're also it's pretty much impossible.
The window is so short. The window is so short, and it's one of those things where don't try to anticipate it because you will die because here's what happens because when Samus does the break animation, she can only do it once. So if you do it at the wrong time, you're stuck.
you get 2 shots.
You get
2 different things.
Yeah, you get 2 attempts. Yeah.
Yep, and if you fuck it up, you are boned.
Yeah, I can usually when I successfully counter, I've been able to counter the first part of the attack, but I've only been able to successfully counter the second part of the attack one time. So
that's the only one I can do. I can't do.
You can't do this. You can't do the first one. Oh no! I get got. I get
from the guy who can't do the second one ever.
No. The first one's. I feel like the first one's easier to get out of than the second one.
I have no. Nope. It's fucking. That second one's a little bit easier.
Wait. So how many successful counters have you had?
I have no idea. Is there a way to figure that out?
Well, just guesstimate, man. We know for sure you haven't successfully countered every single Emmy you've come across. So how many do you think you?
Absolutely not.
Probably
probably 15.
Yeah, in my head, I'm pretty sure I've countered double digits. Maybe 20 or maybe slightly over 20, but I can't successfully counter every single one of them. That's why I was asking the question. But one battle was funny because I think it's the yellow Emmy, which is the third one. That bastard tried his best to get me before I got to one game over. I countered his ass 5 times before I actually got a game over. And that's the other thing too. It's a one shot, so if they get you, it's a game over.
I got that blue bastard, the blue one. The ice ones at you.
Oh
yeah, I got him twice in the final encounter because they give you this much space to try to beat this thing.
That's why I hate that window. That window of time gets shorter from when you have to power up that blast.
Yeah, because they get smaller and the rooms get smaller, and you have
Yeah.
to hit in the face however many times.
On that
you
heat
miss
shield,
one, you're boned.
and that heat shield cools down super fast. That pisses me off. like
Yeah.
like if you have to stop attacking it for a split second, like by the time you get set up to like go back at it again, you have to basically start all the way over.
Yep. Yep, it's a bastard.
Yeah, so that's all you've been playing, because Metroid Dread's the only thing I've been playing, and we basically just had a full conversation about it.
Well, I played. I did play. I played a little bit of Skyward Sword. And
Wait. How many games have you bought in the last week? I feel like
I bought Skyward Sword and well, Alan Wake I pre-ordered a while ago. I bought Metroid Dread and I bought.
I feel like your wife is gonna murder you. I feel like your wife is gonna murder you because you were like, oh yeah, I can't buy this, I can't buy that. Hannah will kill me. It sounds like you just bought four. It sounds like you just bought four damn games in a week.
Yeah, I know when she's listening.
Awesome.
No.
You pulled a LeRon. You pulled a LeRon and bought 4 games in a week.
No,
You said
and
you were
that's
gonna
I
buy
said
it
to
even
my-
the whole month.
I said to myself, I need to fucking. It wasn't. I don't think it was 4 games, and one of them was pre-ordered. Like I said, it's been a minute. I hadn't bought anything else. I only bought the 2 Switch games because I just got a Switch. But I've been playing Skyward Sword HD, and I'm incredibly disappointed by it. Like incredibly disappointed. I never played it. I mean, I played it a little bit on the Switch, and I hated the motion controls. I thought that kind of ruined it. And now going back and playing.
You mean you played it before on the Wii?
On the Wii, yes, when it first came out.
Or was it Wii? No, Wii U. It was Wii U because Twilight Princess is
No,
on the Wii.
It was on the Wii.
Skyward Sword is on the Wii.
Yeah, Skyward Sword is on.
I thought Skyward Sword was the Wii U.
But
Nope, it was
Twilight
on.
Princess had a remake on the Wii U, I think.
It
but
came-
was also
They came out at the same time. GameCube and Wii came out at the same time. The maps were flipped. I beat it on GameCube. It was it was like right when it first came out. Then Skyward Sword came out later. Skyward Sword, I feel like they sacrificed, the difficult temples and all that, and made it more linear so they could fuck with the motion controls, and that completely ruins the game. I also don't like the joystick as the sword.
Mm.
The last Zelda game I played before that was Breath of the Wild, and I mean, come on, you can't even compare
you were
the two.
disappointed by that too.
No, I fucking loved that game.
I have Breath of the Wild and I haven't even started it.
Something's wrong with you.
I know what's wrong with me. Like I just have a hard time latching on to these
I know what's
full.
wrong with you too.
I just have a hard time latching on to these full 3D Zelda games. Like I played the hell out of Link's Awakening when they re-released it on the Switch, and I enjoyed that.
I had it on the
Awakening's
game.
great.
I had it on the Game Boy, and I want to go back and buy that too and play it again.
Oh man, Chris, I'm gonna tell you right now. Even though it looks like a different game, like everything that you possibly can remember about the game is there. Like it is basically. I don't even know how to describe it, man. It's the same exact game, except it looks like a modern game.
I started it and didn't finish. I started the remake and didn't finish it. I think I ended up getting rid of my Switch at that time. Like I can't remember why. I'm trying to remember if that's when we had Bodhi and shit, and like kids come out. You have kids and bills come out of nowhere, so you're like, oh well, shit. I don't ever play my Switch. Diapers. You sacrifice shit for your kids, and if you don't, the problem is not with the kid.
All right, so are you done reading off your laundry list of games you've been playing this week? I'm pretty sure Austin wants to go next.
No, I was gonna say, I only gave you 2, and you were like, Metroid Dread, let's talk about this for 15 minutes and ruin the entire game for anybody who listens to this.
All right, Austin.
So, Austin, here's the entire plot to Metroid Dread. And it happens at the end.
I will be playing Metroid Dread Christmas time, but
Because you still have
not-
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
well, let's just come clean here. I stopped playing Valhalla. I was done.
I told Hannah about that.
I couldn't do it anymore, man.
What was the straw? What was the straw that broke the camel's back here?
The last straw was I did. This is kind of spoilers, but I don't really like the game, so I don't care. But
You fell out of love with this game because man, you were all about this game when you first started.
I was more interested in it before I started playing it because it was like it's Vikings, it's it's Norse mythology a little bit.
Mhm.
I like the area. I liked Origins when I played it, but I also really like Egypt, so I thought maybe it's just gonna be more of that. And I was like, this game it's basically the same exact thing I did in Origins, only not as interesting to me, and I I couldn't do it. But the final straw was I am super anal about clearing maps in open world kind of games where like I can clear things that I'm getting off. Assassin's Creed Origins started this thing where you'll have different treasure chests that you can clear off, but they just reappear back, which gets a little annoying. But I put up with it because there's like big ones you can find, little ones that you don't have to find, but to get like your achievements and stuff, like you got to find all the big ones and stuff. And then Valhalla started doing it the same thing, but they also do like where you clear the enemy camps, it doesn't do anything. It just stays red the whole time, so you can go back and clear it again. I'm like, I hate this. I hate all of this. I don't like this. I don't like that. This is not cleared off my checklist. I don't like any of that. And I just really got tired of the gameplay. I was like tired of just running, stabbing. The only thing that was different than Origins was, it was Vikings, and when you did your hide and seek mission that every open world game has now, you got to hide instead of seek. I was like, oh, that's different. But I couldn't do it anymore. The thing that broke me though is you do go to Asgard. I was like, all right, this is kind of cool. And then you get taken to this tall tower right at the very beginning. My player glitches and decides to just jump off without me being able to synchronize at the top of the deal. And I was trying to find a way to keep climbing back up, and I was like, I can't find it. It's gonna bug me that I didn't synchronize there. Went to my last load, last save, and it was like 4 hours before that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do the story mission. Then I did a really long story mission, died on some BS, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. That broke me. That just broke me. So
Hey,
I put it away. I might come back to it, but
yeah.
Hey,
Hannah, I told Hannah about that. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I just thought this was funny.
No, go ahead.
Because Hannah, at one point in time, I guess, got so bored with it. She was in York because you go to York, and so she found pretty much the exact location of the pub that she used to like to frequent there. Like,
oh wow!
Where it would be on the river.
Really?
It's,
wow!
Historically accurate. Yeah, or something like that. I remember her telling me because I walked down and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she said, "I found where my pub is," and I was like, "Oh, bored are you?" I told her you quit, and she was like, "I'm too deep in it." But she's been in Asgard. She did absolutely everything you could do in Odyssey, and she's trying to do it with Valhalla, and she's trying to do it before Horizon comes out in February. And dude, she's like, I think she had like 500 hours in Odyssey by the time she's done.
She's got plenty of time. She's got like 4 whole months and some days.
I mean, when she can get time, she likes that the load times are faster on the PS5. Takes like 2 seconds.
Speaking of load times, the load times in Metroid Dread irks me.
They take long?
I feel like a game on a cartridge should not take long. Okay, so there's transfer sequences, like when you teleport, when you go on an elevator, or when you ride a train and stuff like that. And I haven't pulled out a stopwatch yet, but I want to say it's longer than 15 seconds.
Yeah, I would say so. I know what you're talking
about. That's kind of irksome to me, and I'm not sure why the load times are that excessive on a cartridge game, because back in the day, like, there was no such thing as loads on cartridges.
No idea. I have it digitally, and I still have that same issue. It doesn't bother me. It gives me a second.
Oh, I have it. No, I have it digital too. So I don't understand.
I don't know. Doesn't bother me.
Maybe that could be. Maybe that was something you missed from last week. Physical over digital. Maybe the physical has no load times.
See,
I doubt it.
See, I am just
it.
that guy to spend $60 on another copy of Metroid just to find out.
You should test that theory out.
I am just that guy. No, I'm gonna buy the collector's edition because I want that steel book and all that stuff. I want that.
Yeah. Oh, LeRon.
But,
as much as things change, they stay the same. You and your steelbooks and shit.
I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of steelbooks. What?
I thought you liked to buy that shit. Like I know you do collector's edition.
No. No. Oh, and I've got now that love my love affair of collector's editions. No, after getting burnt on that Metal Gear Solid 4 collector's edition. Oh no.
Oh, that's right. I remember that because you didn't buy the Dead Space 2.
I bought the Dead Space 2 collector's edition. I bought that because I have the replica plasma cutter gun.
I can't find mine. I think I lost it. I need to buy it off eBay.
Mine is broken though because no matter what type of batteries I put in it, the lights don't come on anymore.
And it's like, when did that game come out?
It's old. I know. I want to say it's
like 15 years
I want to say
old,
like 2010, 2011.
It was like 2009. Dude, it was like
no,
2009.
because Dead Space 1 came out in 2008. Dead Space 2 came out January 25th, 2011.
I remember it coming out in January.
No, yeah.
When I ordered my hoodie in December and waited.
It's okay. My Black Ops 3 mini fridge doesn't work either.
So glad you bought that thing.
I
wonder.
I knew it was gonna be shitty, and it could only fit like one can of Coke at a time, and it would kind of cool it. But I really I have it as a set piece because me and my friends have played hours and hours and hours of zombies. So the Juggernog was always like the first perk you bought, and the quick revive and stuff. So that was always like a special memory to me. And Black Ops 3 sucks. It's one of the worst Call of Duties I've ever played. So at least it was cool for the fridge. But yeah. Valhalla, I quit Valhalla. It's which I haven't got Far Cry 6. I do plan on getting it, but it's the difference between Far Cry and Assassin's Creed. Far Cry, you can finish everything in about 40 hours, which is nice, or maybe 50 if you really push it, but you can get it done pretty fast in 40 hours, and Assassin's Creed was not doing that for me. And I couldn't figure out how to find just the story missions either, which was the other annoying thing.
Austin, have you met our friend called the Internet?
You mean that thing for porn? They did a song about it in some play I saw.
Yeah, Avenue Q.
Avenue Q. Thank you.
I wish I wish I could find that. I wish I could find that in MP3 format. I would love to listen to that again.
Why don't you? Is it not on
I've tried
Apple Music or Spotify?
It might be on Spotify. I never thought to look at Spotify. All right, fellas, you ready? You guys ready to move on?
Immediately found it.
Found it on what?
Apple Music.
I don't have an Apple device.
Oh well, maybe you should. You could have.
But you know what? I know a buddy that used to work with me at GameStop that might be able to loan me his credentials to his Apple store.
Yeah, sure. Maybe that's how I get stuff bought, like my sister.
But
if you had Apple Music, you should have. You could have such classics as, what do you do with a BA in English? I'm not wearing underwear today. My girlfriend who lives in Canada. I hope somebody goes and listens to the Avenue Q soundtrack just because I read the titles of those 3 ridiculous songs. Good luck and enjoy.
All right, fellas. Let's go ahead and break into the next news and topics. How about that?
Yeah.
I think we're ready. All right. So first up tonight. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Frog in my throat. My bad. All right. Sony is plotting investment into a $1 billion chip factory in Japan. Yeah, this is one of those ones that we love to see this type of news come up, even if it may just sound like a glorified rumor. Right now, Sony is allegedly mulling the idea of investing into a Japanese chip factory, which will see it partner with Taiwan's TSMC to build a plant in Kumamoto, which is in southern Japan. All right. TSMC, I forget what they actually stand for, but this is it. But basically, the SMC is semiconductors. Wait, actually, the S in the TSMC is semiconductor, and I can't remember the rest of it. But basically, TSMC has like the world's biggest share as far as like semiconductors and chips and all that stuff, and they're one of the main factors for why like things have been slow because of the pandemic and stuff like that. They're one of the first major parts of that industry that's hit by that. All right, but going back to the article, the workshop, which is expected to produce parts for automobiles, camera image sensors, and more, will allegedly cost billions of dollars to set up, with the Japanese government on deck to foot almost half of the bill. In addition to investing in the plant, Sony will also apparently look to take a stake in the organization established to manage it. Sony's not playing around. That's all I'm going to say about this. The Kumamoto plant is likely to start operations by 2024, according to the report. Both Sony and TSMC had declined to comment at the particular time about this, but TSMC, who is, like I said, the world's largest contract chip maker and also a major Apple Incorporated Apple supplier, had said in July that it was reviewing a plan to set up production in Japan. As you know, the world has been struck by semiconductor shortage following the global pandemic, which has greatly reduced the supply of products like the PlayStation 5, among many others. In addition to all this, TSMC is concerned about the concentration of its operations in Taiwan, given the ongoing political tensions with China. While neither company is commenting on the reports as of right now, it is believed that the alleged chip factory will look to open by 2024, which stated earlier, and it should get the green light real soon. All right, so fast question here. Could the Sony and TSMC partnership help prevent shortages as newer systems, like whenever the PlayStation 5 Pro comes along, will it help prevent those types of storages as they're developed and released?
I mean, it's probably not a bad idea to invest in something, seeing as the chip shortage just hurt their way of getting product to to consumers. That being said, they've sold a just metric fuck ton of those things already. So I think it's just being able to stack up, and be able to go at it a lot harder, because if they could have sold more systems. Like, think of how many more systems they would have sold if they would have had them available, because I would have bought it day one.
Right.
But they were impossible to get for 6 months.
Yeah.
Ray's just won. Awesome.
Oh, good. Good. No more distractions now?
No more distractions. Sorry, that one was important. That's awesome.
Austin,
Yeah.
Austin, did you have any thoughts on this?
No, I mean, this is just as smart just because you're setting aside the chips for your consoles, which is what everyone's trying to do at this point.
Right.
I mean, the only reason why they're not selling more is because they don't have any.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly. So it's just.
All right. Well, I mean, I have no further input on this topic. I hope it happens. I hope it's realized a little bit sooner than 2024. 2024 is a ways out. It is, but
Yeah.
anything we can do to prevent like another downfall, like what happened, this past year would always be great, But also, this is a major lesson for like society about consumerism. Like if it's, like when it becomes your priority to get stuff that's not really that important, let's just say, like, it lets us know where we're at as a society. And I'm not saying the PlayStation 5 is not important, but I didn't say it was important either.
It's not a necessity, right? Like,
exactly. It's not gonna keep you alive.
I mean, it will if I have to sell it to feed people, feed my family. That's the only way it's going to do anything that will support them in any kind of way.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a necessity. As far as mental health and stuff, yeah.
And guess what? If I have to sell it, to like keep the lights on and stuff. Oh, I'm putting it at a scalper's price. It's like, oh yeah, my PlayStation's gonna be sold for $900.
Yup.
I mean, I did the work to get one.
Right?
Yeah.
It took me weeks of trying.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to our next topic. Okay, I think I'm ready. All right, our next news topic. PlayStation makes another move towards expanding their mobile branch with a new hire. All right, so this news comes to us from PSU.com. It seems Sony has hired the former Apple Arcade content boss, known. His name is Nicola Sebastiani, to lead the charge on bringing PlayStation IPs to mobile. During his time at Apple, Sebastiani served as the head of games business management for the App Store before being appointed head of content for the company's game subscription service, Apple Arcade. A job advert spotted in April revealed that PlayStation was opening a new business unit to adapt its most popular franchises for mobile. It said the company's head of mobile would work at either its San Mateo or Los Angeles offices in California and be responsible for developing a product roadmap for a 3 to 5 year time frame. It appears that a new era of PlayStation is clearly upon us, and this follows word that Jim Ryan was wanting to really bring PlayStation everywhere to millions of people, and part of that dream is strengthening Sony's mobile offerings. Austin, you had some words about that Wipeout mobile game. Do you still have words about it?
Listen, all I can say is that it would look better on a Vita, you know. And we could be having a Vita 2. We could be having whatever you want to call it. But I'm all in for PlayStation mobile games if there's trophy support involved, if it's in the same ecosystem, or if I can earn some rewards or something for PlayStation games, I'd be all down for that. But I feel like this is, if we're getting more games like we did with the Uncharted like Connect 3 game.
That game was fun. That game was fun.
It was. And so was the Sackboy Run game. But at the same time, why is our focus on that? You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You know why their focus is on that? Because Microsoft's focus isn't on that.
And Nintendo's is. Nintendo had that Mario Kart game. I played the shit out of it. I spent money on that. I think that game.
I think Nintendo has a total of 8 games, on the mobile spaces. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
And really, isn't Mario Kart the only one that's still up? Because I know that Dr. Mario got shut down. I don't know about Mario Run. Yeah,
I haven't played Mario Run in forever. As a matter of fact, I uninstalled it off of my phone and my tablet.
Yeah, I did take off the Mario Kart game because, it was costing me money. I didn't want to do all that.
Oh boy, yeah.
I liked that game.
Oh yeah, I got rid of that dragon. I got rid of that fire. I got rid of that Fire Emblem game fast because that was going to be a microtransaction nightmare.
Yep. And there is it makes sense, right? Like if PlayStation wants to stay relevant and stay up, they have to try these different things. I'm old enough to remember and have owned wasn't there like a PlayStation phone? Like, you remember that? Like way back in the day, they brought out the PlayStation phone. I want to say I had a white one. It wasn't. I just had it was something like that. It was really shitty.
It wasn't.
I feel like this isn't their.
It wasn't a PlayStation phone per se. It was like one of their Sony Xperia phones that actually had PlayStation integrated into it.
Yeah, that might have been it. Which was like, I don't know, man.
Which the Xperia phones used to be nice.
Yeah, back in the days before the iPhone or around the iPhone. I don't know. You got an iPhone, then I got an iPhone. It was a thing. Anyway, the Dead Space game though. The Dead Space game was good. Like, it was. Playable.
You can't find that anymore anywhere. Like, I would love to play that because that actually. God, I'm being a nerd now. That actually was part of the canon. Like, the stuff that you did in the Dead Space game, it actually related to like all the events of Dead Space 2, because like you're one of the people that are sabotaging the sprawl.
Maybe there's someone selling a phone with it on there.
Oh, I bet
that guy
that
who's still Flappy
stupid
Bird there.
Oh yeah, the Flappy Bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so wrapping this up real quickly. Last month, it was confirmed that the classic racing franchise Wipeout is returning in the form of a new mobile game. It's set for release on iOS and Android devices in early 2022. Wipeout Rush is going to be a card-based racer featuring a single-player campaign and 60 ships from the original games. It also includes an original soundtrack from veteran Sony sound designer and composer Alistair Lindsay. Mobile games aren't always...
Hell of a name.
Yeah, Alistair Lindsay. Mobile games aren't always what players are hoping to hear about, but it can't be denied that the amount of great content that continues to exist on Apple Arcade, no doubt Sebastiani will be instrumental in whatever the plans are that Sony has for mobile gaming. So, real fast. Can Sony's move into mobile make the PlayStation brand stronger? Austin doesn't seem to believe so unless it has like all the tropes that we know about, like trophies. He might want some remote play and you know like some reward items in like the main games.
That's completely possible.
Mm-hmm.
If Sony's going to do it, they're going to do it all out. Why wouldn't they?
Because they didn't do it before.
I mean that's the truth. I mean, but if you look at what they're doing to turn around, you know, I hate to say it, but have you noticed like every month since we start reporting like new games to PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now is getting stronger and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I should probably use my PlayStation Now a little bit more.
Man, I'm coming to your house and slapping you.
I mean, that would involve you actually coming to my house and visiting me. So I'm just going to keep doing these. I'm not
trying to get shot. Have you seen what color my skin is? I'm not trying to get shot.
I live in Where do you think I live?
You live adjacent to the hood. They're gonna think I'm coming to do some hood stuff.
That's offensive. I don't know, man.
He said that's offensive.
I mean, before we started,
I don't respond to that.
Answered a phone with, "I heard gunshots."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, who were you calling? Did you call your wife from inside the house to ask her that?
Well, she wasn't here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right? Like she was. And it's not a where I live thing. It's the crazy people across the way. Like, whatever reason, they keep doing crazy shit and nobody's going to stop them.
They're close enough that you hear gunshots at 2 o'clock in the morning. They're not across the way.
I haven't woken up with bullet holes in my car. It's good.
We got off on a tangent with this one.
I'm gonna make it even more tangent-y. When you said Wipeout, I thought about that game that was a ripoff of Max XC. Like, you know.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I was like, "Fuck! How is that bad, Austin? How do you not like that?"
You forgot about you forgot about the futuristic racing game with the hover cars, didn't you?
I quickly realized the error of my ways.
All right. Any final thoughts on this topic?
I think it's a good idea. It's money to be made. I think they can bring more stuff to the gamers. And that's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about is getting content to us.
Yeah, I feel like there is a possibility that it could become very niche. You know, like just fanboys for sure are going to get, you know, going to jump on it, but they may lose interest in it fast and things like that. If Sony can do something unique, like, you know, with it, you know, well, they've got the right guy. Let's put it this way: that guy turned around the App Store and like the Apple and you know, like he brought Apple Arcade into existence, stuff like that. So there's a good possibility, like, you know, like Sebastiani is gonna be like a benefit to Sony.
I have Apple Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
I have never used it.
A lot of people have stuff they don't use on their phones. I hate to say, you know. Like, it's just kind of the nature of the beast when it comes to just phones.
I get it.
But I have Apple everything. I pay for the family plan, so like we have Apple TV Plus, we have Apple Music. I pay for that. Me and my sister-in-law split it and we pay for it, right? Because we have Apple Fitness and all that good shit.
Can I be a guest on your Apple TV?
I mean, you can. I can make you. I can put you on the family plan. It costs you money, $30 a month.
No.
But you're like my renter. It's like paying my mortgage. You'd also have to have an Apple account.
We're moving. I have an Apple account. We're moving on. Like, I still have that for my old days when I had an iPad. I still have my account. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next topic. Hey, remember Jade Raymond? Remember her?
Yeah, we're getting a game from her sometime.
Yeah, because we're getting because she formed a whole studio and they're working with Sony on this one. All right, so Haven Entertainment Studios' PlayStation exclusive game will feature social and user created content. All right. So this also comes to us from PSU.com. Speaking during an interview with GI.biz, which is games industry biz, Jade Raymond, the founder of Haven Entertainment Studios, has revealed that its PlayStation exclusive project will incorporate social elements and user-generated content. All right, Chris, because I know that name is like glossing over you. Jade Raymond she's one of the big names responsible for on Assassin's Creed. What else? Austin, you remember? Assassin's Creed is always the one that sticks out to me.
Yeah, she's a producer. Assassin's Creed.
She moved from Ubisoft to Google to work on Stadia, and then of course we all saw like Stadia kind of fell apart, and Sony threw some money behind her and backed her up to starting her own studio.
Yeah, I had never heard those two words together before you said them just now. I have no idea who that person is. I've never.
She's been in the industry a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's influential to the industry.
Yeah, this is how we get
I'll be
doxxed on the internet.
I'll be honest though, I had no idea who she was until she got fired from Google Stadia, and everyone started throwing her name out there, and then PlayStation got her. So
I've known about her for a long time, but I didn't really know how like influential she was until I started looking at the stuff that she's been behind and stuff like that, and that's what it is. So when we found out that she started her own independent studio and that Sony was backing her, that was a freaking victory lap.
Yeah, they did a good job of
they scooped her.
Hey,
they scooped her.
Talked about her. Let's just go get her. Now.
Go get her. Yeah.
Now, this is what they're doing is interesting. I'm glad that we're hearing stuff from this company. I'm glad that this isn't just gonna be like, yeah, we got Jade Raymond, and we don't hear about her for 12 years.
Yeah.
By the way, Rockstar finally took Agent off their website.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So,
yeah, that was supposed to be a third year PS3 game, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't that supposed to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was exclusive. Rockstar game, and just nope. Not
There
anymore. But
hey, maybe they'll put the agent levels in Grand Theft Auto Online.
I think they probably already did. It's
probably an asset. It's probably an asset.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going back to the news article. When asked when asked what it was that Jade Raymond is most looking forward from the future. God, I get tongue tied at the worst freaking parts. When she was asked what she was most looking for from the future of games and how it relates to Haven, Raymond gave us a bit of a hint to what to expect from the company's first title. She said there are three things that really excite me, which are also the pillars of the way that we're thinking about things. First is games as a social platform, and she goes on to explain that this all came about because of the pandemic. Say what you will about COVID, it got the world. It basically brought the world a little bit closer together, in certain aspects, especially on the gaming side. So there's that. Second thing that we're thinking about is the remix generation. Okay, it started a little while ago. There's this age of self-expression where we're designing our own Nike ID shoes. And we're reading our friends' blogs together rather than what our professional journalists are writing and stuff like that. So yeah, I had to break down what she was talking about on that. I kind of know what she's talking about it, but it's one of those things where you may have to sit down and look at it yourself and figure it out.
Yeah, that makes total sense. From a teacher's perspective, and seeing kids every day, they don't give a shit what some adult is telling them. They want to know about what their friends are saying. Like, they read each other's shit. They watch each other's TikToks. It's what they do. It's how they communicate. It's how they make friends. That makes total sense. And I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Oh, no.
But, like,
no.
that's, like, from a teacher's perspective, I'm like, that's fucking genius.
No, I appreciate the input.
It is just absolute genius. Because it's how we communicate. I have friends all over the country that are, I mean, all over the world. One of them was in my wedding just from playing video games.
Oh,
it's been the natural progression for years.
Oh, and speaking of TikTok, another thing that she mentioned is that there's
not slapping teachers.
She also mentioned TikTok, and that's being another thing that we're thinking about using at the heart of its IP and stuff. It's beyond user-generated content. It's about taking the self-expression and the remix concept to the next level. Like, if you guys want to take a shot and listen to what she had to say, a YouTube link to the games industry biz interview has been provided in our Twitch stream chat, and you are more than welcome to check it out. It's 30. I think it's roughly 37 minutes, but man, like she's like a firecracker. Like, man, the stuff that she was talking about, the things that she mentioned and stuff like that. Like, when I say industry veteran, like, she is an industry veteran, and she's definitely influential. And so I can't wait to see what she's got going on and what's coming out from the studio in the days coming. Any final thoughts here?
I got two thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I got two thoughts. First of all, this is just like another way of, engineering, being ahead of the curve, trying new different things, and I think that's what since she's more of an industry leader, I think that's exciting that we're not just getting another, we're not to put down on this because it's what Sony does, but we're not getting another third person story game. We're getting something that's completely unique and different.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the news today, but the Suicide Squad game that's coming out, you could actually text Amanda Waller.
Yeah, I saw phone. That. Yeah,
that's a whole news thing that people are doing. So
I don't know if I want to text Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller.
I do not.
Amanda Waller. It sounds like you text Amanda Waller. She's gonna come to your house and like.
In the first article I read that if you call this number, she'll yell at you like you're Harley Quinn. I'm like, I do not want that. I'm not really here to mess with Amanda Waller, man. The second thing is, though, the self-expression, remix concept to the next level. I read that, and I think of one thing and one thing only, and that's Beyond Good and Evil 2. And, I'm just saying.
Uh-oh.
She did come from Ubisoft. Who knows? Maybe she's, she's like, listen, if they're not going to come out with this, I will.
All right.
It'll be called Before Well and Bad or something. I don't know.
That's going to be one of those things, though. Like, they're going to have to monitor that very, very closely because, people are shitty and social media is filled with hate and awful things. And look at the shit's going on with Facebook and whatnot. Like, so you got to be
I was just about to mention Facebook. I was like, the fact that,
fuck Mark Zuckerberg in particular, just for today, like all the time, but that's just my daily fuck Mark Zuckerberg. He actively makes things worse.
He does. He does. He sounds like an automaton sometimes. And, it pisses me off because I'm a Trekkie, so I hate seeing like the Zuckerberg beside the the Zuckerberg and data meme. I hate seeing that because it's like.
I don't know how you all could hate Zuckerberg. He's not even a real human. Okay, he's just AI that someone designed. Don't hate the AI. Is it like how people get pissed off about like fictional characters not doing what they want? Like for example, the son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane is bisexual.
Jesus Lord, fuck Dean Cain too. I like as we're going down the list because he was saying some dumb shit earlier too. Right, like why the fuck do people care?
Well, here's what I'm going to say about that, and we're going to move on to our next news topic. All I'm going to say,
going to change it, sir.
All I'm going to say about that is the fact that you can tell he obviously did not read the damn article or the news or whatnot, because he would have immediately found out that this is not Clark Kent or Kal-El. He would have immediately found that out if he had read like 3 sentences into the paragraph. That's all he had to do. But you know what? That's all these other dumbasses had to do on the internet that were like, oh, it's not my Superman, oh, God.
Yeah. Also, he's clearly never read a Superman comic book because his shitty demeanor is like the anti-Superman. Like
He's read Kryptonite Superman.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if Red Kryptonite Superman was a dumbass, right? Like, you know, and at least Red Kryptonite Superman is still relevant. When was the last time Dean Cain did something that wasn't like produced by Kirk Cameron? Anyway, yeah, it's not even that Superman. Like, other people can have the moniker of Superman, but also, like,
yeah.
it should be a big deal. It should be a big deal. And if you don't like it, shut the fuck up about it. The rest of us really don't give a shit.
Well, no. If you don't like it, that's one thing, and you can express why you don't like it, but you can't be a dumbass or a simpleton in your explanation of it. You can't. You know. Here's the thing about it, and
why wouldn't you want that? Like, why is that a problem for anybody?
Wait, why is what a problem?
But why would that character being bi be an issue for anybody outside of them being hateful?
Well, we can say this about anything that deals with fictional characters. Like, look at all the people who got pissed off about Game of Thrones. Look at all the people who got pissed off about The Last of Us Part 2. Look at all the people that got pissed off about shit that goes on TV shows and stuff like that. You know, it's one of those things. Like, you can be. Here's what I'm gonna say. You can be upset and express your views about it, but what a lot of people don't want to deal with are wrong views. That's the one thing about it. And people get upset and bent out of shape because, like, oh, well, you're censoring me. No, you are bringing clownery into something that's supposed to be a regular adult conversation. And if you want to act like some jackass that has like no sense, we're gonna treat you like one.
Yeah. It's why they're not allowed on airplanes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. But seriously, like, it's not like it's without, like, out of the story. It makes sense. So, like, it's not even like if you're complaining like, oh, I really just don't like the writing. I just feel like there's something ulterior behind that, right? It's not like it's fucking St. Elsewhere where it ends in a snow globe or some shit like that from out of nowhere. There's your 1980s reference that everybody's like, what the fuck is St. Elsewhere?
I know you're talking about because me and my personal trainer were talking about it the other morning.
Yeah, Denzel Washington is one of his first major roles.
Hey, I feel like it was his only television role before he broke out in the movies.
I think so. He I can't remember he did a movie with the guy who played Pops on the Goldbergs. I wish I could remember his name, God rest his soul, because that man was hilarious. But he was like randomly his father. Like I can't remember the name of it, but it looked interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there you go.
That was his first big movie.
I love how we went from Jade Raymond to like dumbass Republicans. I like it.
But it's not even just dumbass Republicans. Like
it's just dumbass people.
Yeah, right. Don't give Republicans that much credit.
Yeah, because I mean seriously, they always try to call us liberals the snowflakes, and they are like the flakiest.
Mm-hmm. But people are like that with anything. If you change them, it's not even like they're changing because he's an original character that they're developing. It's like that shit the shitstorm over He-Man. I don't like the backstory to Orko because in this one, in that one, yeah, it just sounds dumb.
Did
Orko?
It's a completely different thing. Okay, you're the He-Man nerd here. Did the original Orko even have a backstory?
I think he came from the other place, and he left his wand, and that's why he was a shitty wizard. Most of the original He-Man was to sell toys. Let's be fucking real with it. The original He-Man is to sell toys. They made these toys, and they were like, how the fuck can we sell them? And they were like, let's make a cartoon.
And make your little boys gay, because my God, like, there was so much homoerotic stuff in the original He-Man. It was like, I still wonder how my parents let me watch that crap with a straight face.
I mean, it's because they didn't. You should watch the Toys That Made Us about that, because the guy who draws all them is like the biggest pervert in the world. He's like, yeah, no, I just really wanted to make them with really big chests, and that's what I wanted to do because that's how it is. And but he's like, no, I just really, really like those women. The drawings.
Let's move on because now we're getting into homoeroticism in cartoons. Let's move on, please.
Hey, the point was, it's a cartoon. Don't get so fucking worked up about it. And the ulterior point was the guy who drew the characters is a pervert and should be recognized as such.
All right, fellas, are we ready to talk about the new and noble games this week? Like, because thank God it's not such a stacked week this week. Thank God.
No, it's actually really small.
It's light.
All right, so week 2 of October is a slight reprieve for our bank accounts unless you happen to be a fan of multiplayer shooters, sports games, or anime. This entire week starts off with I want to call it the return of the King, but it's not really the King because of the whole new franchise. But Back for Blood is out today, guys. Back for Blood.
I really want to buy this game because I want to support Turtle Rock.
Hey, Austin.
Because
Austin.
I love Evolve.
Austin.
And,
It's on Game Pass. It's on Game Pass. Go.
I can't get trophies on Game Pass.
Yeah, but now that I know it's on Game Pass, I'm gonna go.
No, I already have it downloaded.
I don't have an Xbox though.
You-
At this current moment.
How good your? Oh yeah, I was about to ask how good your PC is. Never mind. All right, so
Maybe I'll try it.
Back-
Maybe I'll try it.
Back for Blood, the hotly anticipated co-op first-person shooter from the creators of the critically acclaimed Left 4 Dead franchise. Players will jump into an intense 4-player co-op narrative campaign, competitive multiplayer as either humans or the Ridden, that's the new enemy now, the new enemy type, and will engage in frenetic gameplay that keeps you in the action. Buyers will have their choice of a standard edition or the ultimate edition. Standard edition is $59.99 and the ultimate edition is $99.99. And it's available on PS5 and PS4. My roommate, he kept me up all night last night playing it. Because he's a Left 4 Dead fan, so yeah. Like as soon as the Switch flipped on Steam to start playing the game, that's what he was doing last night.
Is he playing solo or is he playing with friends?
He's a multiplayer person. He's straight multiplayer. And the only reason why I say I know he kept me up all night because I was up till 2:30 last night playing Metroid.
I was about to say, was he playing it in your room?
We share a wall. We share a wall, and even though he has like the headphones on and all that stuff, like he gets animated when he's talking to people.
Oh,
yeah,
so do I.
That's understandable. I share a wall from my office to my son's room, which 100% now explains. Look at all these fucking cars.
Also coming out today on the 12th of October was Monster Crown for PS4. Tomorrow on the 15th of October we have a few games to look at. Starting off with the Crysis Remastered Trilogy for PS4. The Crysis Remastered Trilogy includes each of the single-player campaigns from the legendary first-person shooters Crysis, Crysis 2, and Crysis 3. They're all optimized for today's hardware, and you get a chance to relive the adventure in this great value of a bundle. It's $49.99 for PS4. We've also got Demon Slayer. You know what? I am not even going to try to pronounce all that. The Demon Slayer game is out. It comes out tomorrow for PS5 and PS4. If you're not familiar with it, Demon Slayer is an anime series. It's probably one of the best current anime series out there right now. But in Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles, you've got a spectacular arena fighter from the team at CyberConnect 2. Yes, the Demon Slayer game comes out tomorrow, Skeleton Jack. This is why you come to Crossroads. Every week we tell you about the new and exciting games that are coming out every week. This is why you do it. Demon Slayer.
Remind you that you have to spend money.
Yeah, we do.
You come for the game list. You stay for the witty banter.
True that. All right, so CyberConnect 2 is leading this project. This game lets players relive the memorable moments from the Tanjiro Kamada Unwavering Resolve arc, as well as the Mugen Train arc. Follow Tanjiro through the story from the Demon Slayer anime as he faces demons in order to turn his sister Nezuko, who has become a demon, back into a human. Demon Slayer launches tomorrow at $59.99 on PlayStation 4 and PS5. We've also got NHL 22 coming out for PS4, PS5, respectively at $59 $59.99 and $69.99 pricing. Like I tell you, when EA did not fumble at all when they were like, "Oh, we're taking advantage of these next gen prices." They did not fumble. And
they were like, "I'm going to port this game from last year right on over. We're going to sell it to them for $70 this year."
Yep, and lastly, we have a game called The Good Life, which has been out on Steam. I don't really know a lot about it, but it was a Kickstarter game. If you guys have an interest in it, definitely check it out. As usual, I always ask these questions when it's about that time. Which of this week's releases has you most excited?
Back for Blood. Got it installed now. Did it from my phone.
Back
for Blood.
Back for Blood. Yeah, same here. I was in the alpha and the beta, and I never actually participated in them. I'm so mad at myself because I could have already been learning like what's going on in this game. Oh well.
I'm not sure what The Good Life is, but there's cats involved.
Oh, that's got my name written all the fuck over it.
There's a cat and a dog and all that.
Like
what was the other one? Monster Crown?
Yeah, Monster Crown on PS4. That was
Dragon Crown?
No.
It's not.
No.
I didn't know if it was related at all. Oh, this is I don't know what this game is. It looks like a Pokemon game.
I think it is actually. I want to say it's somewhere in that realm.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Only it's got like giant chickens.
Yeah.
Might be in for the giant chickens.
All right, so here's the real question now. Actually, you know what? If I'm not mistaken, Monster Crown, like when I looked at it, Monster Crown was giving me like Monster Rancher vibes. It was, but also I'm not sure. All right, but here's a serious question for you out there. Do you think that Back for Blood will have what it takes to be a true blockbuster game for this particular season? We're in the fall season of gaming right now.
I mean, when was the last game the company that did Left 4 Dead did anything other than Left 4 Dead 2?
Left 4 Dead was Valve, right?
It's done by but it's done by the same team, correct?
It's done by
the people who did this. Evolve. That was their last game.
And they had a falling out with Valve, which is why they disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Which I liked Evolve. Not a lot of people did, but I did like it. It just did not get supported after.
Yeah, Evolve was all right. I'm not. It had my interest. I'm trying to think about the games they're set to come out like real soon. Well, let's see. Okay,
my thing is it's gonna have its time to shine, but with Battlefield, Vanguard, and Halo all coming out.
Well, Halo's a winter title. I said fall. Like some contenders for the fall would be Age of Empires 4, Forza Horizon 5.
Well, is Halo December?
Yeah, Halo's December.
Okay. Well, still, I mean, Battlefield and Call of Duty will be enough to pull people away.
Yeah.
Battlefield's got to survive that beta, though. I have not heard good things. I've talked to multiple people, and I just no good things. Like I've heard a few people say that they would cancel, if their pre-orders if it wasn't backed up and shit. Like multiple people, just off the beta. So I mean, I don't see that as a contender. And Call of Duty is going to sell what Call of Duty does, but this is a big time multiplayer co-op. If the game runs well and it gets good reviews, people will buy it. I think it'll do all right.
I think it'll do as well as Borderlands does, but it's not going to do any bigger, I'm afraid. That's the other thing is, like, a lot of people still play Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 with mods on PC and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like the big...
I feel like the Left...
Like it, they'll just go back
that's true. That's true. It's kind of like what happened with me and Monster Hunter Rise. Like, I went back to Monster Hunter World because Rise just wasn't fulfilling it was hitting all the buttons for me. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that particular situation. I don't know. I feel like it might be a runaway hit. Like it's definitely gonna pick up some awards from the award shows that are coming out, and yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Any any final thoughts on this? Like, I mean, like it was a light week for gaming, I will say that, but there were still some contenders out there. I mean, like Back 4 Blood's going to get some sales. The Crisis Remastered Trilogy is going to get some sales. I hate to say it, it will, because like the Crisis games themselves are still selling right now individually. So just putting them all in one bundle, you know, for $50 a shot, you know, like it's going to get some sales. Demon Slayer for sure. Like all the anime heads, like when I saw the early previews of this game did not look impressive. It didn't. But you know, like
I'm not gonna lie, out of all the anime games, this one looked possibly the most ass.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping this game cleaned up his act, because I mean, like our very own Josh Finney, like remember when he was on for the reaction for that, man, like he was foaming at the mouth about how he's gonna play this game.
And hate every minute of it.
Yeah, that's what he said too. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna hate every minute of it if it's a bad game, you know, and stuff like that. So I'll have to keep my eye on it. If it's on somebody's early access list, I may have to give it a try. You know,
everyone has that anime that like you're really like. I buy the My Hero fighting games, even though I know they're not good, but they're still fun. I just like mash them with all the characters.
Dude,
so.
when those Naruto games were out, and some of those older Dragon Ball games, oh my god, my library was littered with them.
I've never watched a full episode of Dragon Ball ever. I've never seen an episode, but I played the games on PS2 for hours and hours with friends.
Them Budokais and them Tenkaichis, oh my god.
Yep, never played one of them. I'm gonna break a lot of hearts here. I really don't like anime all that much, so I don't like the JRPGs too much.
It's okay, but JRPG you can get behind is Tales of Arise. I'm staking my reputation. I'm staking my reputation on that because I'm playing that one now.
I might actually check that out.
Yeah.
I'll offer your recommendation and Ed's, and shout out to Ed for knowing Birdemic. You're good in my book, Ed. Nobody knows Birdemic, but you do. You can
Chris, do you want to play a JRPG where you have to fight demons and then also have to go to school?
I mean, I don't know how to do that, kind of.
It's Persona.
That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah.
Persona and Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, no, again, I already do these things. Like, that's my job. Like, I want to play my job. It's like playing The Sims and being a teacher. When I want to be the astronaut.
All right, guys. We didn't have any questions from the from the audience of the group. I don't know. Like, do people not like us anymore? What's happening?
I'll start writing questions.
Maybe we just answer all their questions. Who knows?
Oh, we have that much. We have that much knowledge that we've tapped the well of questions.
I mean, have you met me? I know everything. Ask my wife.
I feel like your wife's smarter than you.
Oh, 1,000%. Don't ever tell her her and I, like, we get down. We compliment each other very, very well, and she can hang too, man. And LeRon will remember this because he helped with one thing that she wanted to do when we got married was a keg stand
at the yes. I held up one of her legs.
Yep. And when her dad missed it, she did it again. My wife is a certified badass, man. Don't fuck with Hannah. Don't fuck with Hannah.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and move on. It's time for our big topic, because guess what? As much as I love you guys, I'm ready to get back on Metroid. So, all right. So
I'm ready to go nap now. School comes early.
I'm ready to eat dinner. I haven't even ate yet.
All right. So tonight's hot topic. We're actually not gonna spend a lot of time on this, because guess what, guys? We have a rumor control tonight, and we have a really sweet rumor control. I hope you guys looked at the document. Okay, so
I did.
So here's the thing about it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about remakes, remasters, and the price of gaming for these. Basically, okay. So long story short, we have these old games from the past. Like, I'm just gonna mention Dead Space. The Dead Space remake is coming out, right? Dead Space remake's coming out. It should be out in the next year or so. EA's got Motive Studio on it and stuff, and we know because it's a next gen remake, it's gonna be $70. We know that. Now, this is a remake and not so much a remaster. So I think for the most part, we can kind of agree on the pricing for that, right? $70, because that's like the industry standard now for PS5 and Xbox Series games now, right?
Yeah, agreed. If they put all 3 of the Dead Space games and they called it a remaster, that maybe, because those are big games, and I would pay in a second. I'd buy all 3 of them in a bundle for $70, but not not just for one of them.
Yeah,
right? Especially when they're on. They can't beat them up too much. That's why the remake is happening. And as much as I hate movie remakes, which is funny because like a lot of the really good films are technically in a lot of cases are remakes. They've remade A Star Is Born how many times? Scarface.
Is there like 7 different versions of A Star Is Born?
There's a lot of them. I'm not a big fan of remakes when it comes to movies. That being said, I am super stoked about the new Scream movie. I thought I was watching the trailer earlier, and when they did one of that, because I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it yet, but it went something, and I went, oh, that's fucking genius that they included it in that movie. That's why that got me. But for the most part, remakes and reboots are trash when it comes to movies. Outside of the ones that are really end up being really big, those are few and far between. I like
a good movie remake, and I
bet you like the Point Break remake, didn't you? Nobody likes that movie, LeRon.
I never saw that movie. What that movie was remade?
Yeah. And whoever remade that movie never watched the original outside of like these guys robbed banks and I
had no idea. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is like I'm waiting for West Side Story. I'm waiting for that.
Oh, I'm excited for that too. I've got to step out.
All right, so anyway, when he's stepping out, he's gonna miss a big chunk of this. All right, so when it comes to remasters, though, remasters are kind of in the gray area because, like, a lot of times remasters are just like slight graphical updates, maybe a little bit of modernization, stuff like that. Like a recent example is Alan Wake remastered, and I was actually shocked at the price point of that because that came out at $30. I was actually shocked because I was thinking it was gonna be a $40, maybe $50 game, and Remedy was like, nah, bitch, we got you, $30. And I was like, nah, I got you because it's added to my collection. But basically what it's all boiling down to is like we need to talk about pricing on this stuff because some people think sometimes the bridge too far and some people think we could have done a little bit more and stuff like that. So basically and I'll ask this when Chris makes it back to the table as well. I'll ask this question, but Austin, where do you think the line gets drawn at as far as like the money that gets charged? Like when is too much? Let's put it that way.
I mean, it'll never be too much as long as people keep buying the stuff at the same price. I have no sympathy for anyone who says that this game shouldn't cost this amount of money because you can wait on a sale. Outside of Nintendo games, every game goes for sale eventually. Mm-hmm. And even sometimes Nintendo games will go on sale, and if you don't pay the $60 for it, if they didn't sell millions of copies of their games, they would eventually put them on sale.
I caught Best Buy slipping when Breath of the Wild was $25.
That's not a bad price. Hey, real fast. So I hate to interrupt all of this, and I bet this has never happened on this show before. My cat jumped in the sink and has cut itself with a super sharp knife, and there is blood all over my kitchen.
Oh, you have to go, don't you?
I have to go.
Okay, man.
So,
throw out your plugs real quickly.
I'm really, really sorry, guys. I have to jet. My cat has decided that Harry Carey was the way to go. I'm Chris True. You can find me at Real Chris True on Twitter, and holler at me over there.
All right, man.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night. Take care of your cat, man.
Jesus, blood is everywhere.
Oh my!
Everywhere.
How bad? You know what?
I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you.
Okay, yeah. We should not say any more on the podcast. All right.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Whew.
He thinks that's the first time. There's cats getting cut up everywhere on this show. Every episode. Staple now.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Poor kitty cat. All right.
What's funny is my cats didn't do anything like that, and they made so much noise in the background, and yet Chris's cat's getting teared up by the garbage disposal or something. It didn't make a peep. Didn't hear a single peep out of him.
Oh man, poor thing though. All right, so wait, what were we saying? I feel like the cat getting mutilated. Like just derailed the train. Do I need to make edits tonight on this podcast, or do I just like load it and just let it go?
Leave it in.
Hey, you know what? This might actually get us some fan reaction. You know. We're gonna be like a pet was harmed during the filming of this. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
We're gonna get a Kotaku article written about us about some PlayStation shows making fun of it.
Oh my god. Oh man. All right. So yes, I agree with your point though. Like we put ourselves in that bad situation. Like we bitch about the pricing of games, but when they do stuff like this, but we still buy the games anyway, and we buy them at the regular cost. A lot of gamers are impatient. They don't wait for sales. They don't wait for sales. You know, a lot of us talk a good game and I'll wait for it to go on sale. No, you buy that shit as soon as it's like $5 cheaper than it normally is. Like that's not a sale. That's barely a discount.
And it all depends on what you're like really into. I think people just need to like understand like you don't have to buy every game that comes out, and you don't have to buy it right away.
Exactly.
Either. Like, and everything's different. Like for me, I'm gonna spend $500, almost $600 when Starfield comes out because I want to get a Series X just for Starfield. Like that, and if Skyrim was Elder Scrolls 6 was to come out, I would, if it's $100, I'd be there day one because that to me is worth it. I'm excited for that game.
Well, you know what I appreciate about you, Austin, is the fact that unlike some people buy some people buy a console, a whole console just to play one game. But what I appreciate about you is like you'll have the console and you'll eventually buy more games for that console. Like there are a lot of gamers who don't. Yeah. There are a lot of gamers who don't use their brain like that. And then they're pissed off. Like I spent $500 just to play this game. I'm like you didn't get your money's worth out of your $500 investment, dude. You're dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I spent.
Well, and that's the cool thing about Game Pass too. Is like now I don't even have to spend the extra money on the games. I could play all the games there. I mean, but it's especially this stuff in particular really like doesn't make sense at all because these are old games, man. These are old games that you could have played on your PS4. When we're talking about the Grand Theft Auto ones.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, they haven't nailed down pricing of that, but it looks like it might be a little more expensive. But you're getting an entire pack of like 3 games, but it might be slightly more expensive than what the modern game is now.
Yeah. And who knows? I mean, I don't know what this remastering means. Is this going to be like, hey, it's Grand Theft Auto and it kind of looks like Grand Theft Auto 5 does? So
it's not going to look like that.
That would be 100% $700.
You know what'd be nice? What'd be nice is if they remade all those, they updated those Grand Theft Auto games like GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City. If they updated them to like GTA 4, if they did that, people would not even be upset.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a big GTA fan, but isn't San Andreas in GTA 5? Isn't it the same?
No,
the same place, right?
No. Wait. Is San Andreas? Wait, I'm thinking. God. Okay, Liberty City. Liberty City is Grand Theft Auto 3 and GTA 4.
Okay, so I knew Philadelphia was in, and I know it's somewhere in California. I just didn't know if San Andreas was involved. Because what I don't understand is, I feel like Rockstar can make big money if you just put GTA 3 DLC. We took the GTA 5 engine. It's the same exact game, but when you go in, you can play the GTA 3 story missions. You know, made in that game. I feel like that would be really cool and something they could do. But
oh shit, I don't even know because I just did a Google and I think I got it wrong somewhere. I'm not sure, but basically like a city repeats itself. In the Grand Theft Auto universe, maybe it's GTA 3 and GTA 5 because GTA 3 and 4 sound a little too close together. I don't know, like I don't know, like
4 is the same, but
yeah.
Actually, is 3 New York?
No, 4 is New York. 4 is the city skeleton is based off of New York.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not a
Me neither. Fan, Me neither. As a matter of fact,
I would think that we're probably making people mad.
well,
you know.
well. I mean, the reason why I never really like took much stock in Grand Theft Auto is like I remember back when Grand Theft Auto was a brand new game for the first time on PS1. It was that some top down like mayhem game. You remember that? And
yeah, I mean that's why I play Shakedown Hawaii. It's basically what Grand Theft Auto was on the PS1.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, and then when GTA 3 came out, it was such a revolution for what Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 were that I had a roommate. He was so excited about his kill count. This dude actually woke me up from a nap to show me his kill count. And I was like, are you fucking crazy? And from that point on, I didn't really have much respect for the Grand Theft Auto franchise because of that. It's like,
oh, yeah.
It's like, man, like y'all got lemmings out here playing this game.
Yeah, I couldn't get past like I played Bully and I played
God, Bully
before I ever played any Grand Theft Auto.
Bully is so.
I love both.
Why are they sinking money into the Grand Theft Auto trilogy when they can just put like real money? If they take Bully and give it the Red Dead Redemption treatment, oh my god. That's a game. That's a game that would never have to drop a price tag. You know, like it'd come out at regular cost, and people would buy it for like the next 15 years.
Yeah, I really think that the reason why they don't do Bully is because I think there's too much fire that they could be playing with.
It can't be that. It can't be any more controversial than when it actually came out because it was controversial when it came out.
Yeah.
It can't be any more controversial now than it was then.
That was a game that I really had to fight on. I was like, it's rated teen. It's rated teen.
What do you mean? What do you mean you had to? Oh, you mean you had to fight your parents to get permission to get this game?
Yeah, I had to fight for that one. I really fight for that one.
Oh my god!
And I lost.
Oh my god, Jimmy Hopkins. We need an adult version. We need him to show up as an adult in Grand Theft Auto to see what he's all about.
Dude. Yes, I really can't. I really think Rockstar just doesn't do Bully just because it's too much connotation with it being kids. I feel like it's just too much stuff that they can sell on. They can get away with a lot more if it's just adults in Grand Theft Auto.
But you know what? I will say this: it was so satisfying to run that dude down and beat his ass and take his bike. We're horrible human beings, Austin. Oh man. Okay, so. Okay, so honestly, do you? Let's think of some examples here, and let's think of some examples of remakes and remasters. I'm gonna name them, and I'm gonna name the prices they came out with, and you tell me if you think it was good, or it was overpriced. Let's go ahead and just start with Super Mario 3D All Stars. That was Mario 64, Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. It was $60.
Now, I didn't play this.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get the collection, but from what I heard, it was like worse than the the DS version of Mario 64, and that to me already makes
that
it,
was
like,
that
not
was
worth it.
that was
Not
because
worth
at
it.
least on the DS version they put work into translating it for the console. For
Right.
Mario 64, because I have the 3D All Stars collection, Mario 64 is painful to play. And even my boyfriend, he was like, did this game really play like this back then? I was like, yeah, it played like this back then, and it feels worse because it's on the Switch, doesn't it? I'd rather play it on the Nintendo 64 than play it on the Switch.
But for Mario Galaxy, I don't know how well it plays on there, but for Mario Galaxy alone, I would pay.
Oh, Corey was digging that, and honestly, Mario Sunshine, I enjoyed playing that on the 3D collection. I say the $60 price tag is worth it. Now, let's flip this a little bit. We recently had. Well, I just said Alan Wake. There was what's the other? There's another one that just. Oh, ActRaiser Renaissance. That just came out. That's $30.
Yeah,
and it is actually a remake of a Super Nintendo game.
I think it's totally fair. Plus, they added like a whole other game mode in the game.
Oh yeah,
there's 3 different types of game
that
modes.
tower defense mode. Yeah.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like it, but I've heard fans of ActRaiser say they like it.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. I'm
gonna take the fans' words for it.
I'm a fan of ActRaiser, and it does not hurt the game at all. As a matter of fact, if anything, it pads the game's playability. If anything. Let's see. Let me think of another one here. I should have had a list ready, but it is what it is. Okay. Oh, this is about to be controversial, especially for the fact that like Kingdom Hearts is coming to the Switch in cloud version. So Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, all $60.
So it doesn't come with 3.
Kingdom Hearts
At
3.
$60
Kingdom Hearts 3 is a separate purchase, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Let me check. Let me check that, because I don't want Nintendo fans all up in my DMs tonight.
It is worth it to me.
Mhm.
I paid $60 for the PS4 collection when they all came out. However, with it being cloud version, I would not pay $60 for it because I do not like cloud gaming. I tried.
Plus, they're games you can't keep. Okay, so.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 are all in one bundle. $60.
That makes sense.
That, even if it's not the cloud version, I'm still kind of, even with being the cloud version, $60, I feel like this is justifiable. All right, so HD 2.8 though, I don't know if that's worth $60.
It's by itself.
If I'm reading this correctly. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 is a standalone at $60.
I would not.
Here's my problem. First, they're cloud version games, but guess what? Every single one of these titles I can get on PS4. I can get all 3 of these titles on PS4 for $60 and have like 9 games.
Yeah. 2.8 comes with Dream Drop Distance, the card game.
Don't get me to lying, man. I'm not the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan here. Don't get me to lying. Like honestly, all I want is Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, and 3. That's really all I want. I don't want to play 358 over 2, whatever the hell that name meant,
I've played all of them. I like all of them. I haven't played 3 though. I haven't played 3 yet.
I haven't played 3 yet either. Okay, so Mass Effect Legendary Edition, $60, 3 games, all the DLC, every piece of DLC, enhancements, revisions, modernizations, stuff like that. It's basically a remaster, not a remake. $60. What do we say?
I think it's well worth it.
Yeah,
well worth it.
Yeah.
Just by the way that Mass Effect 1 looks alone, in how it runs compared to the old game. Honestly, they could have charged for more.
All right.
Surprised they didn't even try, but
now I have one more Switch title, and this one's going to make you think. Bayonetta 2 for the Switch. It's $60. It is the Wii U game, but here's the kicker though. The Switch version of Bayonetta 2 also had Bayonetta 1 on it.
I would say yeah.
It's still
I'd say
60.
yeah.
It's still
With one and two.
It's still $60 too right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go buy it for $60. I'll go buy it on PS3 for like $10 at Vintage Stock or something. But, yeah, I think it is worth $60. Just, but Nintendo's different, man.
Yeah.
Their 60 and other people's 60s are different, but people pay for it. So, what can you say?
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. This was a good talking topic. I wish Chris was here, but like his cat basically tried to commit suicide tonight. So
now, real quick,
yeah,
2 franchises that you want remakes, remasters.
Well, we're already getting Dead Space, so I get to do 2 new picks, right? No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because you and I we're blood brothers on this one. Resistance Fall of Man.
Okay,
I don't care. I don't
page.
care if we get games one by one or if they just decide to make give the remaster treatment and throw the entire set in there. I don't care. Like resist. It's Insomniac plus Sony just folded in Bluepoint Games. Like, hey, give Bluepoint some stuff to do. And even though I know a lot of people on here want us PlayStation fanboys to say Metal Gear Solid, I'm sure that's coming one of these days, so it's not really on my most wanted list. Jak and Daxter.
Mm-hmm.
Jak and Daxter. Yeah. I feel like a franchise needs one more dust. Oh God, I really don't know. I really don't know. I'd say Jak and Daxter, but I also think Infamous.
Infamous.
Yeah.
Resistance. Infamous.
When I think about,
I was thinking the other day, I want a Portal remake so bad. 1 and 2 just be redone.
Oh God, let me tell you, Portal broke one of my first computers because me and a friend were playing and we basically put portal after portal after portal after portal behind each other. So basically, as soon as you dropped into a portal, it was basically like seeing like those crazy kaleidoscopic tunnels and stuff. Broke my graphics card. I can't. I had a Radeon. I didn't remember what graphics card it was at the time, but oh my God, it broke that poor thing. I literally could not boot my system unless I pulled the graphics card out of my computer. Oh man. Wait. So Portal and did you have another one?
Oh, Resistance.
Oh, Resistance. Okay. All right. Yeah. Like I said,
100%.
we're blood brothers on this one, man. Like Resistance. Yeah. Make it happen. Like we're gonna storm Sony headquarters and be like, "Where's our Resistance Fall of Man remake?"
That's why I wanted to say, stop making mobile games. Just give me a Resistance trilogy. For crying out loud. Just do something for me. Don't do something for mobile gamers. Don't do it for that majority of mobile gamers out there. Don't do that for them. Do it for me and LeRon.
Yeah, for real. We will love you. We will buy all the copies. No, we won't buy all the copies. Yeah. We'll at least buy 1 copy.
Yeah, I might buy 2. One unwrapped and 1 wrapped. Maybe for a special occasion. I'll age it like fine wine.
All right. Well, you know what? It's been fun. It's time to wrap up for the night. I'm digging this. It wound up becoming you and me again.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though.
It's been a while.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, that's our show for the evening. As usual, we'd like to give a big thanks to you for tuning in to Crossroads PlayStation Podcast. And before we head out, you know what time it is. Austin, plug yourself.
Follow me at PlayStation on Twitter and add me on PlayStation at PlayStation so we can game together and stuff. Maybe I'll get on. Want to play Battlefield, want to play Call of Duty Vanguard, want to play Back 4 Blood. So if anyone wants to play anything, honestly, Outriders. I'll get back on Outriders and stuff. Borderlands, whatever. So hit me up there.
All right, and as always, you can catch me on social media at Exodus803, EXODUS803. That's also my Twitch channel, which you've been watching tonight, as well as my YouTube channel, and that's also my gamer tag. So on all the various platforms I play video games at, you can find me at Exodus803 on there. One last thing, like we always give you some shout outs to like some of the articles and stuff that we think you should look at throughout the week on bossrush.net. Take a look at. We were talking about the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition tonight, so take a look at the Boss Rush article about that. You get the official reveal of the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition by Shane Kelly. And speaking of Shane Kelly also is letting the gamers know out there that after almost 5 years, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild now has been translated to Arabic. Link's almost worldwide now. And if you want to check out something interesting and different here, we don't talk about enough here on Crossroads, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't get a lot of attention over at Boss Rush. But we have a series called Talk the Walk, and check out episode 7 of Talk the Walk, where they're talking about the game Gris. A lot of you people might pronounce it as Gris because it's spelled Gris, but it's called Gris. Check it out. Ed and Celeste are joined by Stephanie Klimov and David Geisler of Another Zelda podcast to talk about this wonderful watercolor touching game. And yeah,
I pronounce it Grizz.
Yeah, a lot of people pronounce it as Grizz. I mean, it's just a thing, like because we don't really, we see stuff and we look at it phonetically. That's kind of the way we do.
Well, I mean, it's just like Kana. We were
calling it Kenna for the longest time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it made sense. It was like, oh, there's only one N. Usually Kenna is 2 N's, so I guess that makes sense.
Yep.
It's gonna take forever to get that out of my mind.
All right. There's plenty of other shows and editorials over at bossrush.net, so head there and check them out. If you'd like to talk about games, entertainment, food, and much more, Crossroads PlayStation Podcast definitely encourages you to join the Boss Rush Network Discord, where there's tons of communities that you can find to talk about all this stuff, including our very own server, very own Crossroads PlayStation Podcast server over there just for the fans. As always, you can chat with us, keep the conversation going by hitting us up on Twitter at PS_Crossroads, where you can dish on more news, events, and topics while we're getting ready for the next installment of Crossroads, which means we'll be back next week. Thanks a lot. This has been episode 56 of Crossroads PlayStation Podcast. Come back and join us next week where we'll have more hot topics to talk about, big talks, maybe a rumor control because we kind of missed out on that tonight. That's it. The Boss Rush Games family wants you all to have a great night. Go out there, play games, be better, take care of yourselves, don't be a dick, stop worrying about comic book characters that come out as bisexual. Why is it hurting you?
It's not even a real person. Calm down.
Exactly. All right, you guys have been great. We love you. Have a good night. Take care. We'll see you next time.